You ready? Hold on.
Well, we're here. We're about to start game number 1. The weather is held nicely here at Central BROWARD, and we have the USA coming up against Canada. USA played last year. Canada is their first entry into the tournament. At the toss here, we have the president of CCUSA, Sofian Kamar. Next to him is Naveed, who is the captain of the Canadian team, and next to me is MAQ. We also have Salaji here, who is one of the officials who will be officiating at this tournament. Sofian will pass the coin along to Naveed. Heads is the call. MAQ has won the toss. MAQ, what are you going to do? What's the thinking behind that?
The weather, as you see, that it's not very cold here this day. A lot of rain now. Cricket is soft, so it's the opportunity to dry out better. So I just decided to have my experience to feeling first. Yes, and especially we wanted to get them to Canada, especially.
I like that. And what better? Who knows this ground better than MAQ? He decided to field. Remember, he was one of the guys who turned the sun for the construction of this magnificent facility. So he knows this ground better than most. He's going to bowl first. Naveed, what would you have done?
Anyways, I think defensive.
More importantly, how it feels like taking part in this Legends tournament.
Thanks to limelight for
So that's the news down here. The USA winning the toss against Canada, and they'll be bowling first.
You're good, right? You're good, right, Don?
Still 20? 20?
We don't know it yet.
No, but overall.
Like, maybe like 500.
Not today, I'm talking about, when
Oh, overall? I haven't checked it yet. The director.
these other programs,
Yeah,
other tournaments going to verify.
I haven't checked the MAQ TV. Yeah, the YouTube one. That usually the director knows how much views on that. I don't know exactly. Yeah. It depends too on how popular the certain tournament like this Legends thing is really now taking off. But if it's really popular, it gets more views than the live. And then after the live, you get even more because people go back and
Because I remember last time you
That's in 1 to 3, 1 to 3.
Yeah, that one was the westindies in there. Yeah, it was we didn't handle that. ICC handled that. They had their big $300,000-$500,000 camera. Yeah, you gotta have millions to hire that production team.
Okay, gotcha.
Alright, I leave in this camera here then. You want my power?
No, leave it on.
Alright.
How far is it?
Then I go touch it. Then I go touch it.
You want to try giving him a call? Cheese still working. Still running out there. Yeah, that's why we delayed the start. No internet, trust me.
on today? Only in the east. Okay. You have okay. I will. No venue changes in the east zone, right? Nah. What's up with them, huh? Any football again in any zone, any division today? Okay then, no problem. Thanks. Send me the guy number now. Yeah. Okay, thanks.
after coming on.
So we're going after that.
Yeah. That too low. That's the top hand too low. You guys set for 15, you say, right?
Huh?
They set for 15.
Yes.
Oh, they're reusing it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they should. They affect all the other game.
Right.
Yeah, call Jerome, come on. I can get him on WhatsApp. Tell him we have a double header in our remark. That's the only football playing today. 1:30 and 3:30. Ask him if you could cover that. Larry Gomes Stadium. Larry Gomes Stadium. If you don't get him, give it to Bo. Give it to Bonio if you don't get him.
Don't let them go.
1:30 and 3:30. Tell him do the two. 1:30 and 3:30. 1:30 is the start time, eh?
Okay.
Now if you don't get him, call Bonio and give it to Bonio.
Yeah.
Because I need somebody to cover both. If not, you gotta give it to Kevin if you can't get it to them. Or give it to Macho or yourself or anybody. Right? That's the only football today.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Don't forget to send me them clips when you're done with it, right? Nah, you don't have to rush. Once I get like everything I can in that league. Alright, cool.
Easy there.
Yeah, we do not broadcasting today. I will be Saturday school football.
Yeah.
Do my thing. Are you forgetting to bring your clothes in? You will get any more.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, I forget my jacket to my car today. I'm bringing it down from it. But I don't really need to start.
What is it? My map or your car? I'm sure we went down. Hey, let's see that is old.
Hey! Easy one. Look at it. I see it. The one thing about you, you're well organized.
Yeah, you're right.
I see that. I always say that. You're well organized.
I represent.
I'll tell you my mother-in-law, I said, don't worry about either man, he will call you.
Yeah. But when she said leaving 3 o'clock, I was on the roof and I was trying to finish. I'm finished.
They come with pencil in your ears and I say, yeah, he just pretend that we have. He pretend that we have.
52 years I did this thing. I was on the roof of the city. Oh, where we go? From where? Oh, that's where we go. Oh, yeah.
Is that medium look?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
No.
so I'm going to be in between you.
I put on the roster now when you started.
Have
When you started.
you know what you get?
Yeah, I'll get a name and you can come and I put on the roster.
One of the girls I went with it. She's the agent for dinner show. So why is it? The other side of the Indonesia, they come and they just come get it.
Yes, no, I don't do. Yeah.
You can record 13 players list but playing 11 only, right?
We'll go to the umpire.
I'll go.
Salaji is supposed to give you that information, the umpire. Hey.
I need to run.
That's how we do. So they broadcast now, okay? Yeah, that's it.
for me breakfast here. I go and I think of him board here. I say you or me.
I should bring the phone in mute, right? So you don't disturb people. Very good over life. You're David.
Yeah, I started. I'll put a wire started now. I'll put a wire started. What's the girl name? Kimberly. Kimberly. We're going to play for your name. Kimberly.
Yes, sir.
Right, so you and I will come in from 6 to 10.
Okay.
Over number 6 to 10.
Okay.
I will get paper for me now. I'm going to make you a star. Alright, Mr. Joe. Roddy, are you ready for me? Rod. Where you are? Everything coming there for you. Yeah, but I mean. So where's that go? We on it? I hear I put my head there for myself. Yeah. Yeah, we're good to go. Yeah. Well, welcome again as we continue coverage here of the Legends Tournament, the World Cup Legends second edition. We're here at the Central Broad Regional Park. You just saw the first delivery, and that first delivery just outside the off stump, not really carrying through to wicketkeeper Jahur. The second delivery is hoiked away down behind square, and they're off and running. So they're one without loss. Canada, remember Canada lost the toss, and they have been sent in by the United States. Opening the bowling is Nadeem Khan. And of course, skipper Naveed Sharai just got off the mark. Aftab Kaiser is now coming on to strike. Let me say good morning to a very dear friend of mine, and of course, a man who managed the winning team last year. That's the West Indies team, and that's Joe Surujhak, is it, Joe?
Siu Harak.
Siu Harak. He has one of those short names, Siu Harak. Good morning, Joe. How are you?
Good morning.
How are you, Joe?
I'm doing fine. It's great to be back here once again.
So it's going to be Khan to continue from the northern end. This is cut away down to Qureshi. Good bit of fielding, but he can't prevent the single. Tell me something, Joe. The look of this track. Which Caribbean track looks like this?
Boy, not much, But we have, in the Caribbean, well, I personally haven't been to St. Lucia. And but I know the Queen's Park is pretty good.
I'll tell you what it reminds me of. Sabina Park in Jamaica, where you can actually see your face on the track. It's glass-like. So, not a bad start here from the United States team. Remember, we have weather wrong. One hopes that it holds. The weather forecasters around here have been telling me that there's a 60% chance of rain. And as we go later, a lovely bit of glove work there by Jahur. And as we go further today, there's a 70% chance. I know you came from New York, all the way from New York to commentate here. Joe, how was the weather like across there?
Well, we had some pretty good weather in the 70s. Rain yesterday, and as I said, not bad weather for this time of the year in New York. But it's good to be in the Sunshine State.
Yeah, I'm sure you were hoping for sunshine. But anyway, you go, you always make sunshine, Joe. You always very bright spot, very
chirpy character, a man who makes everyone laugh. Yesterday you were at your favorite restaurant, Joy's Roti Shop, which is a stone's throw away from us here.
It's one of my favorite spots. I guess it's conveniently located to the cricket.
Yes, it is.
And in
wonderful
South
food.
Florida as well.
Really lovely food you get across there. So this game, just to inform you, has been reduced to a 15-over affair. And we're going to see Dr. Hamad Malik, a pain specialist from Atlanta. He's going to take up the attack here from the southern or pavilion end. And a good first over, just 2 runs.
Not bad at all. Seeing that the game reduced to 15 overs. Introduction of spin early.
That's good bowling there from Dr. Malik. So that sheen on the track will allow the ball to come on a bit quicker. Remember, the ball is new, and friction will be minimal. It's just going to kiss the surface and come on, which may well work in the batsman's favor. Cut away nicely, well fielded.
The beginning, maybe with the sheen there and the new ball, the spinner mightn't get much turn.
Yeah, but the medium pacer in Malik has to be careful here, because that ball will, as I said before, just kiss the surface and come on to the bat. It's going to come on a little bit quicker than it looks. Kaiser gets room and cuts it nicely. This is going to run away close to the boundary. In fact, it gets there now, and that's 4. So 4 runs. 2 short and 2 wide, Joe.
Good shot, well executed, I should say, and well placed.
Yeah, got all the ingredients for that.
Reminds me of the great Brian Lara.
Well, that's a really big tag you're putting on Kaiser there. Well, that's a better delivery there by Malik. Better line. What do you think, having seen the early exchanges, having seen this is a second over, I know it's early days, but having seen the conditions here, Joe, what do you think might be a good score after 15 overs?
After 15 overs, I think a great score would be a 120, I would think.
Yeah, I was thinking around the same thing.
Huh?
I was thinking around the same amount. Well bowled there by Malik.
The power play will be very important.
So not being able to get this away is skipper Serai. Keeping it tight here at the moment, the United States team. And at the end of over number 2, the latest score, Central Broward 7 without loss.
Well, 7 without loss and 2 overs, going at 15. It's excellent bowling from the U.S. All-Stars. I think Mr. Malik, other than that 4, did very well on a very smooth track.
Yeah, other than that, he was able to pull it back. I think what he did, he learned quickly, and what was wrong with the previous deliveries was actually the line. It was too wide outside the off stump. That gave the batsman room to free his arms. And all of a sudden he realized that, and every delivery after that was just on and about that off stump, which is much better.
So, Vinny, you yourself been here for so many years. What do you think about this track as compared to the previous year?
Well, the track has improved, all the years coming along. I remember in the early days of the U.S. Open here, a high score, a huge score would have been 110. It was slow, it was low, and gradually you've seen improvement where the scores are improving all the while, and you judge it by that. You look at India West Indies recently here, and that was also a good batting track. The last delivery there by Khan actually swinging away from Kaiser, but it started just on leg stump. You want to push that on and about that fourth stump, bring that first slip or the wicketkeeper into play.
See, he's getting a little swing there.
Yeah, he's getting the ball to outswing, and Qureshi is not going to get that. That's 4. It goes right in front of the MAQ Qureshi sign. He picks it up and sends it back, Joe.
Well,
how funny is that?
Well, just if you would look around, you see signs all over the place. MAQ Qureshi. So I hope we don't have to run around the field too often like that.
So I want to thank all our sponsors for this tournament. maqtv.com, of course, you're listening to this broadcast. The entire MAQ group. Dr. Hamad Malik, who's also a sponsor. You would have seen him just now, bowling over number 2.
I must say, under the Florida condition, the ground is looking pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good ground, and kudos to the groundsman Champy. Cut away! Down to short third man, well fielded. Just 1. Fazil Jahur. I'm looking at this.
Yeah.
Seems to have manufactured
The
protective
head,
gear for the head.
So what you think, Mr. Vinod, of the comparison of the team, especially the inclusion of the Canadian team?
Well, that's good. This is driven away again. Qureshi is going to have to give chase. That's 4 more. Overpitched. And the Kaiser is getting into his game now. He goes on now to 15. It should be 16 without loss. In fact, he's on to 11. That was Serai, in fact, who struck that 4.
Yes, the Canadians is picking up the pace now. Getting acclimated to the pitch, the conditions of the pitch.
Yeah, the ball is coming along nicely now. It took a few balls to get themselves in tune with the conditions. Again, short, hiked away, that's 4. This is bad bowling here by Khan. Short and wide.
They're too short.
And umpire Salaji, in the most theatrical fashion, signals 4.
That's a big over for the Canadians.
Yeah, 20 without loss now. 13 in the over so far, 3 boundaries.
Can bowl a pretty good first over, but this one is certainly in favor of the Canadians.
So Khan still has a delivery to go in the over. None for 15. After his first over just went for just 2. No doubt he's getting the ball to outswing here, Joe, but he's not controlling it.
I guess he probably got carried with that good first over of 2 runs in the first over. And 14 in this over. Big difference. But three boundaries.
Brings the over to an end, and at the end of 3, the Canadians are picking it up here now. 20 without loss, and Malik is going to continue.
That carries the score rate to 7, Bo. It'd be interesting to see that the pitch at the end of the day with 3 matches, how it's going to hold up during the day. Because that high sheen there, the question is if that could stay on for a long time.
Yeah, normally that sheen it stays on for about an hour, 40 minutes to an hour or so. And then the spinners can come into their own. So Naveed Sarai is on 10. Kaiser is on 11. Both starting to look good. Let's see if Malik learned from his first over. Oh, short and wide again. There goes Jahur on the ground. They can't fault Fazil Jahur for commitment.
That's almost a wide.
Yeah, he was able to stop it. Well, the batsman was able to get to it. I think had the batsman left, that would have been called a wide. Better. Much better there by Malik.
Much better line.
Yeah, the line has been his issue.
And the score moves on to 23. That's not a bad line.
Oh, well, it takes the edge. It's running away and it'll get close to the boundary. In fact, Azim can't stop that. That goes for 4. It peeled off the edge, and you feel it there for Malik. It was not a bad delivery, as you
not
said,
at
Joe.
all. The batsman was playing forward, so he's as we see sometimes in cricket, an educated edge.
Yeah, well, that was definitely an educated edge.
Yeah, with only one guy under what they have slip. Now they add a slip, put a third man, and then the point. So that's the strength in that area.
It was a very deep slip. Again, better for Malik, better line. Malik has not done a bad job. In fact, some tardy with the fielding there, and they're able to go back for 2. The fielder on that occasion was a bit too slow, and the batsmen, give them credit. They saw the opportunity for the second run, and they were able to take it.
Yeah, that's good running. And then I guess the U.S. also has realized that the Canadians are being a little more aggressive at this time in the game.
Cut, and cut well. That's 4. Slightest bit of room outside there, and Serai was able to punish that. That's a good shot.
That's a well-executed shot, especially it was not too short of a length, but it was well executed. And with one more ball to go, that's over? Oh, yeah. So the score moves on to 33 without loss at the end of 4 with a current run rate of 8.6. That's a big improvement, you know.
Mm-hmm. So they're starting to get... Now, this is going to be very interesting here. Huda is going to take up the bowling from the Northern Ireland. Huda is a very good bowler. He's a former Bangladesh under-19 cricketer. Left arm orthodox. He's experienced. He recently played for the World Stars team in Chicago, and they won the title, and he had a big hand to play in that. That was about a month ago in Chicago. So he's going to take the attack up now from the northern end. This is a good move by Qureshi to have him in immediately. He's going to take pace off the ball, and that will be critical. Good delivery by Huda to start with.
Yeah, you see that on the field placement, they have the 2 guys outside.
Yeah, well, it's still well within the power play.
Oh, that's a bit of bad feeling. Is
Qureshi.
it Mac again?
The ball is following Qureshi this morning.
Mac probably a bit tired after running to the boundary twice. in the last over. That's a good line of length for Huda.
Yeah, you can see Huda really showing his experience very early on here. That was the arm ball, but a bit too short.
Short. Mm-hmm.
So Huda has to watch the length. His first over. The outfield on that. End of the ground is a bit heavier. Now there is where the umpire is standing at square leg. That area it's a bit heavy due to soccer being played here. It's a lower area where normally when rain falls it settles there, and this is why early this morning, Joe, when you came in at 6 a.m., you would have seen the covers being there as well.
And you could see that lush green area. Balls seem to be slowing up, as you said.
It's a better delivery there from Huda. It was very close to Kaiser, but he still was able to somehow get the shot in. It's the end of the over. At the end of 5, after more thoughts from Joe, we will have a change in the commentary position with Ivor Henry the Great. He's coming in with Kimberly.
Well, it was nice being here, and as I said, 38 without loss, and we have a change, as Vinod said.
Well, we want to say good morning to each and everyone out there in Land. We are here live from the Broward County Stadium, and just want to say good morning to my fellow commentator Kimberly, coming out of Jamaica, the land of wood and water.
Indeed, good morning, Ivor.
Morning, morning. Well, you're in for your first stint here today. Okay, yes, it's coming out. So again, we want to say good morning again to all of the viewers here. This is the second edition of the Legends Tournament. Early in the day, the Americans, they would have won the toss and they've elected to field first. Which one is going to be the new bowler? He's going to be coming in from this southern end. And he'll be bowling to Quasar. This time he's an off spinner. He's tonguing this one out to backward square leg for a single. It's Kimberly, 38 for no loss. So would it be, we're going to be taking the first wicket. It's a good 39, beg your pardon, with that single. As Rizwan again bowls over the wicket outside the off stump. He's hoiking this one in the air and away from the field. As this one trickles into the boundary for 4. So Rizwan short outside the off stump, asking to be hit, and hit it was 43 for no loss. Shairaji is on 25 from 17 deliveries, and Quasar is on 18 from 15.
Okay, thank you, Ivor. It is a good going from Team Canada so far. Going at a good run rate. Playing 15 overs. Skies that one again. The fielder comes up, drop short. Scores moves up to 44.
Yes, that one was punched into the offside, but there's a man stationed in the deep extra cover, and that's Huda tried to get in to take the catch, but it was well short of the mark. Which on outside the off stump again on the back foot, punching in the offside. Kenwright comes in from the long off position. Fields, and the batters cross for a single.
So 7 runs from the over so far, a boundary and 3 singles.
Rizwan in guilty bowling shot outside the off stump again, and this time he's playing and missing outside the off stump. Loaded peel there as the wicketkeeper took the bails off in a flash. He's sharp, the wicketkeeper. He is sharp, but the batter, Shiraj, was well grounded, so no alarm, but he was asking this critical question.
I had a chat with him earlier. He said his duty is to make sure is that he's quick and get some stumping and some catches so his team can win the first game.
Yes, he was voted the best wicketkeeper in the tournament last year. Outside the off-stump, and he's swinging at this one down the leg side. As Rizwan asks the question, and umpire Vincent Harty says, no, not out, calls over. So the end of over number 6, this latest score here, it's 45 for no loss. Be reminded, it's a 15-over encounter because of a late start. We had overnight rain. As a matter of fact, yesterday there was quite a bit of rain here.
Right.
So the super soppers were out in all its glory this morning.
Okay. So they're currently going at 7.5 runs and over. 6 overs completed. Team Canada looking at a total of 110, pretty close 120 or maybe 115 at the end of their 15 overs. The captain, he told me that they're looking to take back the $10,000 back to Canada. He even promised me $5,000 from it.
Yes, well, Canada, we want to welcome them coming in from just across the border. They're our neighbors here in America, and they're participating in this tournament for the first time. They missed out last year, but they seem to be in good nick. As a matter of fact, they're actually playing cricket in Canada. Their tournament ends this month, as a matter of fact. They go from April until
October.
October. Well, who it is, bowls round the wicket, left arm. Batsman is on the back foot punching, but can't pass mid-on. As Ken Wright again comes into play. Local boy here in South Florida. Captain the South Florida team. A sort of between the umpire and the sticks. Short. And again, he plays to Ken Wright. Fields in the mid-on. So 2 dots on the trot.
But looking at the outfield, though, it is a very quick outfield.
This time he's on the back foot, playing one into the offside. There's coverage there. There's a cover sweeper comes in. Batsman can get no more than 1. Advance the score to 46 for no loss. Again, we want to welcome all viewers all around the world. I want to say good morning to Miss Lynette over there in St. Kitts. Said she's listening loud and clear. Miss Barbara over there in Atlanta also. This time he's playing it, and Ken Wright makes a brilliant stop there. And another dot. So Ken Wright has been in the picture 3 times already. Out of the 4 deliveries that have been bowled. So
seems to be having a good day.
Yes, so far. Outside the off stump, he's going on the back foot and playing it into the offside. There's runs here. They should be getting comfortable too.
You mentioned viewers, supposed to mention viewers in Jamaica as well, and also in Canada. They're watching. They're watching, enjoying the World Legend tournament for 2022. That's a nice shot, pulls and pulls. Well, it will run away to the boundary for 4.
Yes, indeed. So Huda guilty of bowling short outside the leg stump, asking to be hit. The one bad delivery in that over, and was punched away down to the deep backward square leg for 4. So the 50 comes up. It's a 50 for no loss. As Team Canada sent into bat. Now
another 7 runs from the over.
Yes, so Huda started off pretty well with 2 dots on the trot, but ended with a boundary. So good going here by these 2 batters. That's Naveed Shiraj and Aftab Kwazia. So Kimberly, you flew in for this tournament specifically?
Yes, and the Cricket Hall of Fame induction ceremony that was held on the 1st of October. I was there as well, and I'm here for this tournament for sure.
Also, you've been here since the beginning of the month, or you went back and you came back?
No, I'm here since the 27th of September.
September. Oh, okay. Oh, this one is bang back past the left boot of the bowler there, Rizwan. Trying to play a little soccer there, but I don't think the scouts are out. looking at soccer, or else he wouldn't have been drafted because he went past his big size 12 boot. This time he's hoiking this one down there. There's a man getting on it, and he made a mockery of it. I think he may have powered it. No, he dropped just inside the boundary. That was the first opportunity of getting the first wicket, as we saw Quasier pulling out the boom and sweeping there, and he got it down to the deep backward square leg. He misjudged it. He got in and then had to put his hand out behind him.
Trying to get back.
Yes, trying to get back. So, don't know the excuse for that because the sun is in back of him. He couldn't say the sun is in his eyes. This time he's going after him again outside the off stump, and he's going to get runs here. Maybe back-to-back boundaries. Yes, this one now runs into the boundary now. Wisman again guilty, bowling short outside the off stump. And the batsman there, Aftab, for no loss. It's a 15-over encounter, so short by 5 overs because of a late start.
So 8 runs from the over so far. Men at the crease, they're really having a wonderful time, enjoying their game. Want to get Canada on the board at 115 or maybe 120 at the end of their 15 overs.
He's going after him again. This one is in the air, and he's going to go for the first maximum of the tournament as this one goes out of here. So Wisman coming in for some harsh treatment in this over. So he's been struck for 4, 4, 6. And now it is 66 for no loss, Kimberly.
Indeed, at 7.4 overs, they want to get a pretty good score on the board for sure, to make sure that Canada has something to defend at the end.
For yet another boundary. So it's a meet and drink here for Aftab Quasier. He moves quickly onto 38 from some 24. So it's 4, 4, 6, 4.
A very expensive over so far.
By far and away, the most expensive of the morning's proceedings.
So that's 18 runs from it.
Yes, it's slowly gone on to 70 for no loss. And that's a partnership of 70,
Indeed.
by the way. So the skipper is in. Outside the off stump, you see the one in the air, but he's going to go one bounce to the cover sweeper. He could have done a little more in getting in there, I believe, but maybe the ground is a little soft. So at least Wisman didn't go for all boundaries.
Yeah. So at the end of over number 8, the score reads 7-1 without loss, going at a run rate of 8.9 runs. A very expensive over there from Mohammed.
Yes, we've gone past the half a mark. It's a 15-over encounter. So your prediction, we have 71 for no loss with all of the batters in the hut to come. We don't know the batters, to be honest with you, because it's the first time in the tournament for the Canadian team. But from the look of things, with these two batters, let's just suppose that they have just as good or better
to come.
Your prediction? Yes.
I'm looking at a total of 125. Well, it all depends on how the team USA pull back things from Team Canada. I've watched the Canadians, they have been playing a lot of cricket so far. So, as you said, in the dugout, we don't know what's there to come. But I'm looking at a total of 125 at the end of their 15
overs. Don't you think that's a little under par, 125? Because the party hour has not come as yet. The way they're going here, I'll predict that they are going to make anything like 100 and 140, the 150s on the board or more.
That's what you think?
Yes, they're going to make over 150.
Well, that's yet to be seen.
Okay, we have to watch and wait. Well, Huda is who's going to be continuing, and he has some making up to do because which one was carted all over. Well, he bowled a dot. He started off well with a dot and ended with a single, but in between it was 4-4-6-4. So dot 4-4-6-4-1. This time he's sweeping, and he's going to get some runs for this one as he goes one bounce down to the deep backward square leg where there's no one there. Again, he's doing some house cleaning, sweeping and sweeping well. Goes up, that's his 50. 50 from 29 deliveries. So the first 50 of the tournament comes via the Naveen Siraj bat. He's on to 55.
And the scores moves up to 75 without loss in over number 9. So it's a welcome boundary back for Huda.
Yes, Huda has been keeping things pretty tight. He's now into his third over.
well, it's a wonderful atmosphere here.
So the ball round the sticks outside the off stump, a swing and a miss. And by the look of things, he may have edged that one, would have been put down there. Would have put his hand on his head. And you can see Ken White, not on screen, encouraging the wicket keeper. So there may have been a chance there.
Yeah, looking at the reaction from the keeper as well.
Yes, this time he's guiding this one into the offside. A proper cricketing stroke. Not a regular 2020 gung-ho. So Huda has come back well. His first delivery was swung down to the deep back square leg where Charlie's positioned. But a day too late. But Huda, with a drop chance in his second delivery, and was single. This time he's playing this one to Ken White again, who comes into the picture again. They're at mid-on, silly mid-on.
Well, the captain, MAQ for Team USA, wouldn't mind some bowling like this from Huda, even though he had picked up a boundary.
This time he's going after Huda into the offside, playing it along the ground, goes out too long off.
So as one saying, Ivor, they don't mind giving away the single, just want to protect the boundaries so they can pull back things a little bit from Team Canada.
Yes, Huda's come back well. The first delivery was struck for 4 and just 2 from the next 4 deliveries outside the off stump. He's playing this one in the air. Let's see if the man down in deep extra cover will get around. Yes, he does, and does some good footwork there. In the meantime, the batters would have turned for 3, I would think.
But 2.
Just 2? Oh.
So 9 overs completed. The score reads 79 without loss. A partnership of 79 runs. Naveed, he's on 58 from 33 deliveries. Aftab, he's on 21 from 21 deliveries.
Yes, he's keeping company well. Aftab with 21, like we said, that's a man's age. He can now go have a drink at the bar.
I wonder if he'll have some white rum from Jamaica.
Well, that'd be a good thing. Well, it's pretty warm here. We have some clouds about. Hoovering. Rain is slated a little later this afternoon, but I'll just start with my kindergarten song. Wayne, Wayne, go away. Kimberly wants to play. Well, we're going to be having a bowling change here from the southern end, which one giving way to. Where's my number 5?
The phone.
Tariq, yes, Tariq Hussein.
Yes.
He's a local boy here. He plays in the local competition here. So Tariq, he's going to be trying to pull things back. 79, not a bad over. Just some 8 ones coming from that over. In contrast to
the previous
Richmond, yes. So did a very good job coming back. So Tariq, normally an opening bowler here, bowls medium pace, but let's hope he doesn't spray the ball all over, because from time to time his radar seems to be off sometimes going down the leg side. But so far, I don't remember any extras in this inning so far.
No.
So Team USA has been very, very disciplined in that department. It's Tariq outside the off stump. He's playing this one into the offside, single. And Timothy likes that.
Wait, if you look at the field, though, Ivor, they have 5 men on the boundary, 5 players on the boundaries, protecting the boundaries. So sure, they don't mind giving away, as I said earlier, the 1s and the 2s, but the boundaries, they're protecting them, and that was a good over there from Huda.
Yes, so Tariq outside the off stump. This time he's in the air. Let's go. It's going to be the first wicket here. There's a man getting on the way. He takes the catch.
Gone. The first wicket is down. Wonderful catch indeed, for sure. The score reads 80 for 1 in over number 10.
So that's Majid. Majid coming in. Majid is coming from Canada, but he's playing for Team USA. Majid is a very good friend of mine. We would have had many battles here when he played for Pakistan here in the local competition. So Majid still got it. He's not going to be putting it down. As you can see, Charlie used to be his captain back in the day, who gave him a big high five there to saying, well done. So the partnership of 80 has been broken.
Indeed.
And a good bowling change there by skipper Mark Qureshi.
Right.
Having pulled Wisman out of the attack, brought Tariq in, and the batsman here was going after him, and he was taken beautifully down in the deep, wide, long off position by Majid. Well judged catch.
Yes, indeed. Safe hands there. Takes that one nicely. Score reads 80 for 1. So he's gone for 58. A good innings there from Naveed. Wonderful day here for cricket. And those who are watching on MAQ TV, that's on YouTube, and if you're at your home as well, welcome. And thanks for joining us. And for those who are in Jamaica and Canada, we say no problem, welcome.
Yes. So I remember he was on 55. What is official score in the end? But the first 50 has been realized. Tarif coming in with his first over. He has gone into the wicket column, taking the first wicket in this tournament. This one outside the off stump, and he's guiding it nicely. And they're playing the rules here where the batter would take first knock once he gets in, once the batsman would have been out caught. So he gets off the mark right away.
Indeed.
That's his Kuldeep Sandhu. So he's 1 from 1.
It's a good over so far from Tariq. A run, a wicket, a run. So it's looking good. And Qureshi, he's liking that for sure.
Good delivery again. Plays back along the track to the bowler. So, like I said, you like the single because your prediction is 125 with a wicket and no dots and singles. I think you have something on the cards. But I'm not giving up by
140.
140s. Yes,
Yeah.
this time into the offside. Plays it, but there's Charlie is in the deep, and they're going to take on the arm of Charlie, and they're going to make it home very, very easily in the end, as Charlie doesn't have the baseball throw from the deep. So it's always going to be 2, unless he relays it into probably Kenwright, who's there on the point position. So all 5 men in the offside as Tariq with a wicket, this time outside the off stump, bang, and can't pass. Skipper MAQ Qureshi, he was hit hard, but MAQ says that's the end of a good over there. So Tariq Hussain has bowled his first over for just 4 runs
and a wicket.
And has taken a wicket.
Yes, good over for sure. So 10 overs completed, 83 for 1.
Yes, and normally we'd be saying that the half a mark, but no.
And we have a change in the commentary
15
box.
over competition. As a matter of fact, we're going to be having Vinod going to be pushing out of here. Push on.
Thanks a lot to Kimberly and Iva. And the score at the moment, 83 for 1, which is right where they would want to be. You said, you predicted, Joe,
Right.
120.
120 and anything above that will be a good score because the outfield is a bit slow. That was a great knock from the captain.
Well, now we're going to see the former Pakistan player, Nasir Javed. I'm surprised that he has been brought in so late by Qureshi. But Nasir Javed, we all know what he can do. He's a very good leg spinner. He was actually the understudy to Abdul Qadir in the 80s and early 90s for Pakistan. In one game, he played against the West Indies for the Pakistan Presidents 11 in 1988 and dismissed Viveridge's first ball, caught and bowl. He got 5 wickets in the game. He got Jeffrey Dujour, but he didn't remember to tell me that he got Dujour after he made 100. But he got him.
He got him. It's in the bowling column.
Yes.
Last year in the tournament, he did really well for the US also.
Yeah, he's an excellent bowler, of course. He has moved on with age, but Nasir Javed is a very good leg spinner still. Very cunning, as you can see there. That one goes past Jahur, who played for Pakistan last year, Fazil Jahur.
Yes, it was quite amazing. Trinidadian playing for Pakistan.
Yeah.
I think that ball deceived the keeper as well.
Yeah, he's a good wicket keeper, Fazil Jahur. Well, that's 4. Well, no,
it's not.
Fielded down there by Khan.
Should have been an easy 2.
I think Kuldeep Sandhu is to blame there. He played the shot and he just refused to run.
I think he believed it was good for a boundary.
Wow. Bales off in a flash there by Jahur.
Well flighted ball. A lot of wrist spinning there by Javid.
Nasir Charlie.
That's a man locally known as Charlie.
Played for the USA as well. So he's keeping it as tight as the economy here.
I think at the moment they're on track to make that 120 plus.
Well, it all depends on if Charlie can pull it back. And one way to do it is by taking wickets. And that's the end of the over. Early tempted. He was tempting Sandhu to play at that. Why did he leave that alone there, Joe?
I guess he expecting a wide because he bowled in the wrist. Thought the
He was
ball was going
expecting
outside the pitch, but
yeah, no turn. That ball went right on.
I guess it was borderline call in the favor of the bowler.
So good over there from Javid, just the 3 runs.
Very good. And with Mr. Aftab opening the bat in 25 of 27 balls, I guess he might want to pick up the pace here a little bit.
Yeah, with 9 wickets in the hot and there's 4 overs to go. I'm surprised I haven't seen Mohammad Qureshi with the ball. Normally bowls pace, bowled very well in Chicago recently. Don't know if he's nursing an injury. Joe will probably interview him at the end of the game and find out. Tariq Hussain, 1 for 5 so far. Oh, that's a good bit of work there by Jahur. He's telling umpire Salaji that he should go to the 3rd umpire.
Well, the umpire is not interested.
Well, a good take. It was low. And he did the right thing there, Jahur. He stayed low for as long as possible. And wicketkeepers normally make the mistake of getting up too quickly.
See, that was a good line, bowling outside the off stump. The batsman trying to create the shot by going across the line.
Well, fielded there by Davindra Maharaj from Trinidad and Tobago, playing for the United States. Protection down there, deep mid wicket, only 1.
And Tariq Hussain is bowling pretty good.
Yeah, he has pulled it back somewhat, hasn't he?
A couple overs prior to, there was a couple of big overs for the Canadians. Good line of bowling by Mr. Tariq though.
Pushing for 2. And they're home and dry.
Now they're into the 90s, should be 91. 11.4 with 20 balls. Let's see how much runs they probably could muster up in those overs.
In the air. But it doesn't carry. Tariq continues to keep it tight.
Don't forget, Vunya, this is Masters cricket, so you might think the feel they're going to be aggressive, but the guys don't have the legs. Some of the guys, I must say.
Yeah. They've slowed down a bit.
Yeah.
So that's one to end the over. At the end of the over, Tariq Hussain has now bowled his 2 overs for 11 runs. And at the end of 12, 93 for 1.
Not bad. Seeing that the prior overs to him bowling were some pretty big ones.
Charlie, just the 3 runs coming from his over. And Tariq Hussain, he actually got 8 in this over. Sorry, 7. So 10 in the last 2. Not bad.
Not bad. They're making that 120 projected target a little more difficult. Let's see what the new batsman, Mr. Kuldeep Sandhu, can do. After Keza is batting a long ball, 30 runs in 30 balls. So he's holding one end up.
Yeah, but I think he'll want to go now.
He should.
Kuldeep is a big lad, if you look at him. It's Charlie. Now this is good thinking here by Nasir Charlie. He's not coming close to the batsman. He's going wide.
They don't have the power in this stroke.
Yes.
So maybe no run, maybe a catch, or minimize the run in the over.
Charlie not happy that 2 runs were given away there. He thought that should have been a single. I thought so myself.
Well, knowing Charlie, he played the game very hard. He's one of those senior guys with great experience who would have, as you said, played at the highest level. So we'll bring some of that experience into the game.
Oh, it's gone! Well done there by Jahur and Charlie. Swinging for the heavens was Kuldeep Sandhu, and that delivery past the outside edge. Fazil Jahur had it off in a flash.
We know, like I said earlier, that 93, that 120 is looking a little bit tough. With the current run rate of 7.8.
Well, we wait to see the replay on it. Second wicket has fallen. Good work there by Charlie. And also wicketkeeper Fazil Jahur. Another one of your compatriots from Trinidad.
Well, certainly, I met him last year in the first tournament. He did well for the US. For Pakistan, he played last year. This year, he's with the US All-Stars. No Pakistan team in the tournament this year. Obviously, inclusion of the Canadians last year. The Canadians didn't come in because of the COVID laws and stuff like that.
So Charlie's tossing them up. He's not afraid here, Joe, to toss it up.
Oh, actually,
to invite the big shot.
He's challenging the batsman, particularly the new batsman.
Yeah, because if you look around, there's a deep backward square on the boundary, deep mid-wicket on the boundary, long on and long off. They are right back, as well as cover on the boundary.
Yeah, you have a sweeper there to back up that shot.
So Charlie is asking questions here. Played away. Mirage does some footwork.
Charlie's doing exceptionally well.
Yeah, the experience. You spoke of the experience of Nasir Charlie.
Just had put the brakes on the Canadian team with that aggressive middle overs batting. Now they're struggling to get the score going. Charlie with one for 6 and 1.4 overs. You really put the brakes on them fellas.
In the air, he could be in trouble. And of course, that one drops short. And really, really poor effort by the fielder. I'll tell you why. He was more focused on explaining to the wicketkeeper Jahu why he didn't go for the catch. And that allowed a second run.
As I noticed, not this one, but the one prior to, the fellas in the boundary, in the basics of cricket, usually keep walking up.
They keep moving in.
When you're late, when you start to run late, when the ball coming to you, it's a little too late. So I guess he attempted to stop the 4 rather than take the catch.
Yeah, well, at this stage, yeah, it's all about preventing the runs. But Charlie would not have that. 1 for 8, is it, Nasser Charlie?
Yeah, 1 for 8 and 1.5.
Well, it should be 1 for 10, I think. 2 of us 1 for 8, sorry. And Tariq Hussain, 2 of us 1 for 11. They're serving their team well. Tariq Hussain is going to continue.
Ishwara Lingam sounds Sri Lankan.
Yes, you pronounce that well. Ishwara Lingam.
Oh.
And he's run out!
That would be Vijay Kumar.
He's run out by Jahur.
Well, I tried to attempt the run, and Mr. Jahur did a great job. Big guy moving, very aggressive. And that would be the 3rd wicket, so 98 for 3 in 13.1 overs. So there'll be 11 balls. This game has been reduced as a 15-over game due to the late start and the weather condition, the opening ceremony.
That was good work there by Fazil Jahur. Good awareness.
Yeah, like I said, you know, he's not one of those skimpy guys. He's a big guy.
But don't get
moved pretty good.
Messed up with that.
No.
He's agile. He was
definitely
the wicketkeeper of the tournament last year. He's one of Ivor Henry's favorite cricketers.
Very sharp, huh? Yeah.
So it's 98 for 3 at the moment.
And Tariq continues. Drive down the onside. They're hustling for 2. Well run. 2 runs. The bowler, Hussain, is upset. So that's 100. 100 for 3 in 13.2 overs. With 10 more balls. Let's see. It's still gettable. We know that 120.
Oh, that's well bowled.
Slower ball.
And you can see Tariq Hussain just indicating to his teammates that it came off from the back of the hand. Tossed up, and it's going to go for 4.
4 runs.
It's too close to the batsman on that occasion, and he was just striking it down the ground.
4 for 3. That's Daniel Supaya. New batsman in.
And he started to go immediately. Supaya. He's in there with Iswara Lingam. I think 1. They're looking to push, and it goes for 4.
That's a bit of misfield there by the fieldsman.
So Lee King runs in his final over here, Tariq. He's now going for 21. That's one.
As you see, a lot of footworks are being into soccer.
Qureshi was trying his hand at soccer there. I don't know how good Pakistan is at soccer.
Well, I guess.
At the end of 14, it's 110 for 3, and that target of 120 looks to be on course.
I guess Mark is probably trying to save some energy to open the batting. I remembered Mark against the West Indies last year batted the entire 20 overs.
Yeah, he did.
Last year, right?
He did bat through, yes. So it's going to be Charlie to conclude proceedings. 2 overs, 1 for 8. Tariq Hussain ending with 3 overs, 1 for 23. Really leaked a lot of runs in his final over, as Daniel Supaya has really come to the park with his 12.
Well, that was a pretty good over for the Canadians. As I said, they're right on par to probably get that 120, maybe a little more, a little less. But with Charlie, that will be a challenge.
It is always a challenge with Charlie. Punched. The sweeper is chasing. They should get 2 here. Too short by Charlie. What Charlie has done here, Joe, is that he has kept the batsman hitting through the offside. He has taken the onside out of the play.
Yeah, he maintained a good. Probably Charlie just probably had 1 or 2 shorter balls, but most of his line was pretty good, and he really challenged the batsman by flighting the ball a lot.
Yeah, it's an obvious ploy by Charlie to keep it on the offside like that. Well,
boy, Charlie's arguing.
Umpire Salaji takes his time to signal a wide. You can go home, you can have a shower, you can change your clothes, and you can come back. And he still hasn't signaled yet. That was the first extra, by the way. Good delivery. The googly there. The googly by Charlie.
That's one of his stock balls. Take you by surprise.
Umpire Salaji, who has some very peculiar signals. Seems as if former international umpire Billy Bowden is his hero. Charlie again, it's in the air. Jahur takes the catch.
And that's the end of Daniel Supaya.
Well, Jahur has had a good day, hasn't he?
12 or 5 balls, or 6 balls, I should say. And
so another wicket to Charlie. And Jahur has effected 3 dismissals.
3 out of 4. Which I would say Charlie made a serious dent into the batting of Canada.
Yeah, Charlie has done well. His second wicket, 2 for 12. But still, I think this is going to be a very competitive score.
It is, because it's a 15-over game. With that sheen there, spinner's not getting much tune. What I like what Charlie did, he challenged the batsman. Flighted the ball, keep the good line outside the off stump. So there wasn't any bad ball in there whatsoever. So again,
Roshan Wignaraja is going to take strike now. He's going to face Nasir Charlie as a bright blue.
That'll be 3 balls to go.
Quicker. Karishi with his footworks again. So Charlie has really been a star. He's actually bowling with his glasses on.
You know, he ties that up pretty well in the back, so he's not going anywhere.
I've never seen him bowl with spectacles. It's quite a spectacle. Taken.
Another dot ball. You want 15 for 4.
So last delivery coming up.
Wide ball. That will be a wide.
Look at Salaji. There he goes. That's a wide.
What an unusual signal.
Well, if they can hit this final delivery for 4, they'll get to 120 and Joe will run away to play the lotto. Quicker delivery. Well bowled. He's bowled him.
Bold. Shots
All over the shop. 3 for 14, Charlie ends with. And the final score here, 116 for 5, or 15 overs, Canada, after being sent into bat. We're going to take a short break pretty soon. We're going to be back. Let's have the scorecard, and then we'll be back to see the USA's reply. They require 117. How difficult is that going to be, Joe?
I think it's not a bad score. 4 short of our own projection, but I think 116 is not a bad score. Let's see how the US reply to this, and I think running between the wickets is going to be a key here in the second innings.
So I thought that Naveed Serai and Aftab Kaiser, they were very good at the top of the innings. 58 of 34 for Naveed. Aftab had 30 of 30. Kuldeep Sandhu had 5. Ishwara Lingam 6. Kumar 2. Supaya 12. He really took the attack to the USA team towards the back end of the innings. And Wignaraja was not out on 1. 116 for 5, just 2 extras, which is very good.
Excellent.
For the USA team.
Excellent. And
look at the bowling. Nadim Khan, 2 overs for 16. Hamad Malik, 2 overs for 17. Mohamed Ura, 3 overs, none for 20. Rizwan Mohammed, 2 overs for 26. He got some pepper. Tariq Hussain was good. 3 overs, 1 for 23. And Nasir Javed, the star of the show, 3 for 14.
I think Tariq Hussain did well. It's just his last over, he got some cane. But his first
He got some cane. Trinidad slang there from Joe.
Yeah.
We're going to take a short break. When we come back, remember the USA, they're chasing 117.
Check, check. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, check. Check, check. 1. Check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Welcome back to the lovely cricket for sure. Team Canada, they made 116 for 5 from their allotted 15 overs. Well, I had predicted 125. They fell 9 runs short by that. So, Team USA, they will need 117 runs for victory for sure. And Ivor, he had predicted 145. But Team USA, they have pulled back things drastically from Team Canada after they were going at 7.9 runs per over. They lost the first wicket at what? About 80 or 60 runs? They lost their first wicket at what? 80. Losing their first wicket at 80. That was a good innings from Team USA, pulling back things from them for sure. It seems as if Team USA, they have a game plan trying to maneuver the power play. So good bowling from Javid. Picked up 3 wickets for 14 runs from 3 overs. Asin as well bowled 3 overs, 23 runs for only a wicket. So they got the breakthrough that they had wanted after Naveed was going great guns. So Team USA, they're walking out now. They need 117 runs for victory from 15 overs. So persons are coming in. It's a good look. Second match comes up with the defending champion team West Indies, and they will go up against India, Team India. It's a wonderful look here for sure. The sun is not out in all its glory, but we still have a good condition for cricket. We had rain yesterday. We had rain yesterday for sure. Team West Indies, they're warming up. It comes out next.
Well, welcome back, Kimberly, as we start the proceeding here with the one chase. Team USA trying to get to 117 first ball outside the off stump. Goes through to be taken there by the wicketkeeper. So starts with a dot. Malik is the opening batsman. Dr. Malik. So Team Canada would only muster 116. Kimberly was off by some 9 runs. So this is good prediction. But can have an off day. He predicted 145. So wickets would have counted for my off the mark there. This one keeping a bit low outside the off stump. Again, taken there by the wicket keeper. So 2 dots on the trot. Umpire Sally J is standing on the top with Vincent Hartley at square leg. So Canada, first time up in this tournament. This is the second edition. Started last year. West Indies with a team. This time is outside the off stump and just out of the reach of the second slip as he went aerial. So chance of a wicket there, but Team USA underway with a single.
They're off the mark for sure.
Yes, so Amir Kiani, he is on 1 from 3.
Well, good start there from Harris.
Okay, this time he's driving outside the off stump. That's a good looking shot. He's going to get very, very close to the boundary, but he's going to cut off just inside as they come back for 2. So there was a good stroke outside the off stump. Square driven. Didn't have all the timing, but it's a 70-yard boundary. Somehow they would have made their boundaries a little bigger today. 70 yards instead of the normal 60, 65 yards.
Right.
You know, for these old stagers, man, I think they need to play 50-yard boundaries.
But even though they're quick, they're moving along, get around in time to save a boundary for sure.
And you'd wonder why they had so many frees run there. It's because the guns has been spread a little wider than usual.
Okay.
This time it's in the air and he's gone away from the fielder. All men are up in the circle, except for the third man. They allowed 2 men outside of the circle, but they're attacking the Canadian, Team Canada.
They're looking to defend 117. If you look at the field setting, very attacking field for sure. Would want to restrict them to about a 90 or 100 at least and put their spot in, because the final comes up on Sunday.
Yes, indeed. We have a semi-final game first up, and then the finals will be later in the afternoon. This time outside the off stump, and this one going away. A little bit of away movement there from the batter. Not a bad over in the end. It started with 2 dots and ended with a dot. So he had 1, 2, 2, make it 5 in the over,
Right.
5 for no loss. Team USA chasing 117 for victory. That's the latest score here at the Broward County Stadium.
Right. So we saw Michael Chambers from the Cricket Hall of Fame this morning. He said that, well, he didn't come supporting the West Indies, but he's wearing his Barbados hat. So definitely you know which team he's with. And for sure, Barbados, they're not here.
But they're part of the West Indies, so he came very close to say he's supporting the West Indies.
I know that's what he wanted to say, but just not coming out to say it.
Well, I'm going to ask you a question. Let me see if you're going to be biased. Which team are you supporting, even though you're in the com box? I'm putting you on the spot here.
Well, I'm going to be honest. I'm neutral. But
Neutral?
as he said, for let the best team win. May the best team win.
Okay, well, I always have my team.
And I see you in a shirt.
No, I stick to one team every time I do commentary.
And which team is that?
Cricket. Cricket is going to be the winner.
And that's a good one.
Okay, there you go. That's a good one. So am I excused now for predicting 145 runs?
Yes,
and they
you.
only make 160?
Yes, you are.
116?
You are.
Okay,
You
very
are.
good.
Yes.
So we're at even par now. All right. So I know I can't go wrong with that. Cricket's going to be the winner.
Yes.
So we're going to be having the second over to be bowled here by, is it Vijay Kumar? Yes, he's going to be bowling slow. So back of the hand, outside the off stump. And punching into the offside. This one is going to run very, very close to the boundary. And he goes into the boundary board now. Boundary whoops for the boundary. First boundary of the inning.
And that one opens the account for Kumar. Sent to the boundary. The first ball of his over.
Yes, indeed. So he was outside the off stump, and here's a replay going further away, and he really got into it and came off the middle of the bat, sweetly timed. And I have to say, good morning to our official scorer, Wanil Lalman. This time outside the off stump, he's swinging it over the backward square leg, who's up in the circle. He's going to run very, very close to the boundary. Goes into the boundary whoop now. So it goes for 4. So we have back-to-back boundaries here by Team USA. And they're making light work of the 117 that is required for victory.
So Vijay, he's scratching his head saying, am I bowling the right length or what should I do? Because 2 boundaries from 2 delivers already.
Well, I can give an advice to the skipper. You don't set field changes for bad bowling. There were 2 bad deliveries. Outside the off stump, short. The second one was short down the leg side. So he's giving runs on both sides of the field.
Yep.
So how do you set a field for that?
Well,
especially in the power play.
The field is set correctly. What Vijay needs to do is find his line and length.
Yeah, he's got a bowl straight. So let's see the 2 men who could be outside of the 30-yard circle. Just one down at the deep. And this time is a high full toss down the left side. Don't think it's high enough to be called a no ball. We'll wait for any signal. None comes in. Well, let's see if umpire Hartley is going to signal anything. No, so runs. He got some willow onto that.
Yeah.
It was another bad delivery. That should have been carted.
That should be traveling out of the park for sure.
Should be still in the air.
Yeah, catching a flight.
Yes, outside the off stump, going away from the batsman. So he's bowling leg spinners from the back of the hand. Again, it was short, and that one should have been carted past the infield because they pulled the cover sweeper out, but came from the under edge, and he got a single.
But Ivor, looking at Vijay, though, if he finds his line and length, I think he can create some problem for Team USA.
Yes, outside the off stump, beating the first slip, who got a hand in it. His action looks good, a nice high action there, bowling leg spinners. It's not easy with the power play. As a matter of fact, just 4 overs in the power play because it's a 15-over match. The first match has been reduced to 15 overs. Sweet 16 is on the board. This is a good delivery. Wide in the block hole, he came down it, so it ends well. Again, Team Canada for the first time into the tournament. They won the toss this morning and elected to
bowl?
No.
Team USA
Team
won.
USA won the toss and elected to field first.
Right.
And they managed 116. Could be competitive. Could be. But by the look of things, from that over, where they would have scored what? Just 5 runs from the over.
Yeah, but you know, looking at the
No,
game,
it should be 5 runs from the over. They had 2 boundaries. So I think the scoreboard is a bit slow here.
we
Because
just wait for the
They had
scores.
back-to-back boundaries.
Mhm.
Yeah, so the scoreboard is not up to par. So
But looking at things, though, I think this game will actually comes down to the wire either. It's going to be a pretty tight one, a pretty close one for sure.
yes. Oh, this one is in the air, but away from the fielders who are up in the circle. He's going to drop and go very close to the boundary, but the amble through for 2. That's all they'll be. So again, the scoreboard is a little behind. Writing down the score. What's the score? The score. What's the score? What the hell? $18 for no loss. No, we'll just see it, you know.
Swings and swings hard. It's in the air. The fielder won't get there in time. They will hustle back for a second. Picked it up quite comfortably. The score moves on to 20. So Team USA, they are going at a good start. They're utilizing the power play for sure. Trying to get in as much runs as possible before 4 overs completed. They're chasing a total of 117 runs for victory. Being as the home team, they would want to win the first game for sure.
Yes, well, the sun is playing hide and seek with us. Wind is slated for about 4 o'clock this afternoon, but hopefully that would just go away. But a few weeks ago, we had hurricane coming through here. Well, not in South Florida, but out west, Fort Myers. They really took a beating in the air and just away from the outstretched arm of the man at the point position. And they ambled through for 2. So Malik goes up to 17 from 10. So he seems as if he's in a hurry. But Amir Kiani, he is on 5 from 5.
So 6 runs from the over so far. Malik is 17 from 10.
So he's dealing in doubles. You know, have you ever had one of these doubles from Joy Woti?
No.
Okay, well. But you've had your doubles here now. We have, you know, outside in the air, there's someone getting on it. The extra cover is going back, he's going back, and he drops it.
Whoa. When you get your chances, you have to take them because catches win matches, and you don't want to put down somebody and they utilize on their opportunity that they got for a second chance. Yes, so Malik moves up to 19. The score reads 20 in 2.24 without loss in 2.4 overs.
Yes, well, the required run rate is 7.5, and they're going at 9 at this time. So, like we said, it's going to be a long day, folks. So stick and stay with us. The proceedings should end at about 7 o'clock this evening. And again, the second day tomorrow starts from 9 until 7. And then in the air again and away from the point, they're going to get at least 2 here again. They're serving up doubles. So the 5th double of the inning.
Yes, indeed, for sure. So even though the boundaries are not coming in, they are doubling up. And I wish West Indies could actually do this as well. Take their 1s and their 2s and wait until they get a boundary.
Exactly. So 10 runs already in the over and no boundary.
Right.
But West Indies would bat ... then hit a 4 and then get a single and only 5 runs in the over.
Right.
And we applaud the boundary. We applaud the 4. But we're not doing anything for the team. So this is the way to go. You have to go on your singles.
Yeah.
You have to just take what you get. But nonetheless, a chance was given of the 4th delivery. He backpedaled and got it into his right palm and just put it down. was in and out. So Malik to face all of these 6 deliveries. And he's going in the air again, and he's going in the air, but he's not going to need a double this time. He's going to go all the way
for 6.
Yes, a 6, a legendary 6.
A massive one.
And that's a big one. So Malik is in a hurry, like we said. He moves on quickly to 27.
A very expensive over for sure. 32 runs on the board at the end of over number 3. Malik, he moves up to 27 from 13. Amar, he's on 5 from 5 deliveries. So he's giving Malik the go-ahead because Malik is going great guns.
Yes, indeed. So Malik is probably trying to overtake Naveed, who has scored 58, top score in the tournament so far. 58, but the ball has actually left the arena.
Yes, it does.
It's gone. Yes. It's
well,
gone.
when I came in this morning, a gentleman told me that Chris Gale had put it further than where it is now.
Right in the day where exactly, almost over where the the party stand is over there. So that was a big one. Not quite as big as Chris Gale, but he left the arena.
I guess he's following his footstep.
Yes. Well, like we said, Naveed, when he batted this morning, he scored some 58 from 34. He struck some 10 boundaries and 1 6. And he had just 14 dot ball in his inning at a strike rate at 170.59.
That he was going great guns as well.
Yes. But Charlie is in probably for the player of the match as well. He came on very late in the inning and really pulled things back. And that's where my prediction went off, because Charlie and Tariq Hussain really came and did some damage to Team Canada when they were on the way, some 80 without loss. And they came back and bowled their 6 overs. Charlie ended with 3 for 14 with an economy rate of 4.67. Picked up 3 wickets along the way.
Right.
Charlie out of Pakistan. You know, Charlie claim to fame in cricket is that in a practice match, he got the great Sir Vivian Richards out bowled on court in Pakistan.
I would boast on that for the rest of my life.
Yes, he was a teenager then. This one, Kiani is playing with soft hands as he goes on to 6 from 6. This brings the hard-hitting Hamad Malik. Dr. Malik, he is on 27 from 13. Going great guns here. He's on strike. Let's see what he'll be doing here against Rohan Shabir. He's in his first over.
Well, Team Canada, they are hunting for a wicket, looking to break the partnership here. It's a partnership of 33 runs, walks down the pitch, swings and swings hard. The fielder comes around. They'll just settle for a run, which takes the score to 34.
So Malik would have hit a rare single. In the last over, he would have hit 5 doubles and a huge 6 over the long off position. So he gets off the mark in the first delivery of this over from Rohan. So he becomes a watchman.
Indeed. It's a nice stroke down the ground. It is over the road for a massive 6. That's a nice shot.
Yes, indeed. Inside out, and the long off was up in this 30-yard circle. And that's what we said. Malik decides he's going to be the watchman. It gave him the green light to go ahead, which he did, and takes the total into the 40s. It's on 40 days and 40 nights.
In the wilderness. So 8 runs from the over so far. It seems as if Amir has joined the party.
She's driving. It's going to be runs here, at least 2. Turning now. The throw comes in from the deep. 1 bounce to the wicket keeper. So they're making light work of this 117 that is required for victory. So early in the proceedings, if you're just joining us, we had the opening ceremony this morning just down beneath us. All 4 teams are participating in this tournament. We have the defending champions team, West Indies, outside the off stump, and a quick bit of stumping there, but they didn't take he didn't remove the bails. But as a matter of fact, he was anchored. His feet was anchored in. So
So you have viewers around the world watching on MAQ TV. It's all about the World Cup 2022 Legends Tournament. It's a nice stroke. That will hasten to the boundary for 4.
Yes, indeed. That's another good proper cricketing shot as he advanced. And he had to clear the inner circle, the extra cover. And once he would have done that, it got away. I think this field is fast lightning.
Yes, it is.
Even though we had rains yesterday, rain came in its numbers. But 46 it is for no loss, chasing 117 at the end of that over. Scores some
14 runs.
14 runs
Very
from
expensive.
that over.
So we shout to our viewers right around the world. We have persons in Canada watching as well, and I think in India, Jamaica. I say hi to Natasha and Penny and the McKinley family as well, who are watching from Canada. They're saying if Canada win, maybe they can get some of that money, the 10,000 US dollars. The McKinley family in Canada for sure.
Yes, so like I was saying earlier, we had 4 teams participating in this year's tournament. Canada coming in for the first time. Last year we had Pakistan, but there's no Pakistan team this year. So we have Team USA, we have Team Canada, we have West Indies, the defending champions, and Team India.
Right. So you're talking about Team West Indies. They're the defending champion. I went in their camp this morning, and they were in high spirit. The energy was up for sure. They want to take it on Sunday as well.
Yes, well, Team Canada, Team India was in the finals last year, so it has nothing to be shameful about coming number 2. We have a changing bowling from the far end.
Ruddy Gibson.
This one was into the pads and just tickled it past the wicketkeeper for a single. So he's bowling in his cap today. It's not hot by any means. In terms of the sun, it's not out. We have a lot of clouds hovering around, but hopefully down. There it is, down.
That's a nice delivery as well, but he managed to get down the bat in time to get a run from it. It's a beautiful delivery. Gibson can't believe it didn't hit the stumps.
Well, the score advanced by 1 nonetheless. It doesn't matter how they come. It's Malik. He's going like freight train. He's on 29 from 15. Amir, he's on 18 from 10. He's keeping good company. But this time he's pulling this one. And he's going to go very close to the boundary. Maybe, no, he's walking the single. That's not good thinking cricket there. It was not timed, and somehow he thought he'd have got an easy walk in the park for 4. So a real single. They've been serving up doubles. Well, all singles so far, all poles.
So the score reads 49. Loud appeal to square leg for a stump. Umpire not interested at all.
If you could get a replay in that. But his feet was anchored from our advantage point here. Never stepped out.
He was grounded.
Yes, the umpire is in the best position to see. He's at square leg, where he's stationed. So now we have 1-1-1 dot. As opposed to the last over when we were having, from that end, we had 5 doubles and a maximum.
Yes. So that one is through to the keeper. So at the end of this over, we'll be having a break in a change in the commentary box.
This one wraps him on the pad as the over comes to an end, and I think he's where we're gonna
take a change.
Yes, we're gonna take our leave
for now.
Yes.
Well, a good start there by the USA team. And they're going at nearly 10 and over, 49 without loss. Hamad Malik really doing an excellent job at the top of the order as I'm joined again by Joe. Joe, it's a good start.
Oh, certainly. I mean, almost 10 and over, going at 116, 117 actually.
Well, actually, they were 46 after 4. The last over, they pulled it back somewhat with Kazmi just getting 3 runs in it. So they were able to pull it back a bit, but they'll have to continue to do that. Now, the field is relaxed. It's the end of the power play. Malik has to be careful. He has been going over the infield, and it has worked well for him. After this game, the West Indies, the defending champions, they will be coming up against India, who they defeated in the finals last year when you were coach, Joe. And of course, Prem Singh is here with us. Prem will be joining us shortly. Prem was a star in that game.
Oh, definitely.
Got a hat trick, I think. Yes.
As a matter of fact, Prem in the preliminary, Prem didn't bowl in one of the game, and he came back in the finals and just bring it home for us.
Yeah, excellent bowler. He has kept himself very fit, Prem. The 50 is up. It's a 50 without loss. This is over number 6. And Kiani has been good as well in support of Malik.
It will be interesting with Imran Kazmi. As the previous bowler did. Let's see how we could control the batting. But I think we see Malik is going after it. Huh?
What he needs to do is just continue taking pace off the ball like he's doing there. And it's going to be difficult. Once you take pace off the ball, stroke play becomes very difficult. It means that you have to impart all the power on it. And that is when things could go upside down, so to speak. So what they'll have to do, we'll see the Canadian spinners coming into play pretty shortly.
It is important that in the middle overs here, with the power, the restricted overs, that they take their singles and doubles and keep the scoreboard ticking. Very important.
Well, you just had your doubles from Joy's Roti Shop. You enjoyed that.
I certainly did.
You said it reminded you of Paltu's doubles in Davy, Pinal to be exact, in Trinidad. Hoiked away, that's a big hit. 6 runs.
Maximum. By Amir Kiani.
Well, it was pitched up. He was under pressure because the previous 3 deliveries were dot balls. And there you can see it was in the slot and out of here.
Well executed. You see, he's challenging the batsman and trying to get the overs in as quick as possible.
That was a good shot. It was in the slot. All he had to do was to play through the line, and that is exactly what he did. So you will know, and when Prem comes on later on, he will say, we will talk to him about it. In T20 cricket, as a bowler, you have to be on spot all the time. Down the leg side, that's a wonderful shot. It's going to go down to deep mid-wicket, and I'm tempted to say a good bit of fielding there. It's a good bit of footwork.
Well, to save at least 3, that would have certainly be a boundary.
I would have rocketed into the fence. 57 without loss at the end of 6. More thoughts from Joe?
Yeah, I think they're still keeping a good run rate. It's just under 10 or 9 and 9.5, which is pretty good at the moment.
I think what they have done is basically they have now pulled it down, so the required rate is just 6.7, and that's important.
But certainly at this stage, and then they could cruise through the middle if they keep up with this pace. But that same thing happened with Canada, and in the end they take a little dive there a little bit.
Yeah, well, Kiani is, and again, that happened because Charlie came on, he took pace off the ball, and he was able to restrict them. So Kiani is on strike, not to be confused with his top. He's wearing a top that belongs to Prahlad Madhubishi, the man from Tampa. One wonders when Prahlad flies in, what he'll do with the shirt. We'll wait to see.
Let's see. The question only.
Well,
one guy could wait. and maybe they'll have to get a replacement for someone.
They may probably take yours.
That's fine.
Well, he left that alone, hoping that he would have gotten a wide there. It was not. Got away.
Okay.
Powerfully. Down to backward point. This should reach the boundary. That's 4.
It is. What a good shot. Well placed. The fieldsman had no chance of getting that. And like I said, they've been aggressive early in the over, except for this last prior 2 overs. But they're still doing well, I would think.
Yeah, they've had a wonderful foundation in place here. It's going to be very difficult for Canada to come back from this. The USA, at this point in time, they're well on top. And if they can just play sensible cricket with a required rate now of 6.5, all it requires is sensible cricket. You don't need to play any rash shots, really.
Certainly not.
Well, having said that, the commentator's curse, that goes up in the air. It comes back down, and he has taken the catch. So Kiani goes caught and bowled there by Gibson. It went in the air. It could have brought down an American Airlines plane, and it landed back into his hands, and he held on to it there, Joe.
Yes, but he almost fell after taking the catch, so it was a well-judged catch.
As you can see,
it should be a difficult catch, but it was well taken.
Yeah, it was well taken as well. And to maintain his balance, as soon as he completed it, he just got rid of it. And that's a wicket, the first wicket to fall, 61 for 1. It's Kiani who goes for 30 of 22. He did very well, a good strike rate. And a fine opening stand of 61 with Dr. Hamad Malik, who is on 31 of just 17.
The weather seemed to be slightly cloudy. Vinod, you are a little more familiar with the cloud's position in this area. What do you think about the weather for later?
Well, I see that there's a 60% chance, and normally the weather forecasters in this part of the world are normally accurate. I always say back in our country in Trinidad, the weather forecasters will have you at the beach the day a hurricane is coming, but not here. They're pretty accurate. What I'm seeing though is that the clouds are very high and the wind is up. So hopefully this cloud can blow away. But with a 60% chance, I think there could be some further interruptions during the course of the day. I think there may be some sort of readjustment as to the start times and closing times for these matches, at least for tomorrow, because Sunday just 2 games. What the head groundsman Champy was saying today is that because of the time of the year and the dew factor, nowhere you can get cricket at 9:30 and all 9:30 starts. He said he needs that extra half an hour where the ground thaws out properly. So I think 10 o'clock is the time we'll be starting tomorrow, which is just half an hour. You can make up for that during the course of the day. The new batsman, Ken Roy, gets one down to backward point. There's a misfield, and he goes back for 2.
Well, with that said, when I came in this morning, obviously, there was some dew on the ground. There was the opening ceremony as well that delayed the start.
Well, the opening ceremony didn't delay the start. What had happened is that the officials were giving the pitch time to dry off.
Okay.
So the opening ceremony was actually put back, and it was timed just to end before the start. Ken Roy is forward. Struck outside the line of the off stump. Salaji will have nothing to do with that. Rudy Gibson is not happy. But clearly, struck outside the off stump playing a shot.
Should not be out in the terminal. You should not, but in cricket you see some strange stuff.
Gibson has bowled well. And another quicker delivery. He's backing away, cutting it away, down to backward point. That's 4 more.
Another boundary. And the score moves on to 67. 7 overs for 1. Current run rate of 9.6 with a required run rate of 6.3.
Yeah, so that required rate continues to go down. And that's a good sign for Team USA. Team USA led by Makorishi. Yet to see him with the bat. We didn't see him with the ball. So it's Dr. Hamad Malik, who got a half century last year against India. Played some very pleasant strokes through the offside. I don't know if Ken remembers his battle with him. When Ken comes on, we will ask him that.
Well, Hamad is doing well because 31 of 17 set the pace for this good score at the beginning.
Yeah. Ahmad Malik comes with a big reputation. He played cricket at a high level in Lahore in Pakistan. Then as a medical student in England, he played there for many years as well. He was giving me a joke that he once approached a West Indian team to play with them as a student in England, and they sent him to bat first on a track that was seaming. You know how England could be. This is Hoytaway down behind square, and I don't think he has enough gas to go back for two. So he takes one. And he was telling me that there was very blustery conditions. The ball was swinging all over the place. So they sent him as the new boy. You pad up and open.
The initiation.
Yeah, he got 175 and he was never invited to play again. Typical West Indian. You can't outshine us.
So he's Imran Kazmi to bowl again. Oh, that's the full toss. Low full toss outside the off stump.
Too much bottom hand in the stroke there. As Ken Roy not allowing the top hand to control the shot. He should have been driving that through the offside. But he gets the single, which is important. He's quickly moved into double figures here, Ken Roy.
10 and 4.
In fact, he has been sent back. I wonder why.
It was a 4.
Oh, in fact, it did go for 4. Yes. Well, this one is going to go for 6. That's a big hit over the ropes. Ken Roy is in a hurry. Probably has a hot date. He wants to end this quickly.
Sure. So that will be 16 of 5 balls. Excellent. Exactly what the U.S. All-Stars need. He's just taking continuing.
Well, coming into this tournament, there was a lot of talk that the Canadians may well be favorites. They're not looking like that at the moment. I know that the West Indies team is a very powerful one.
Well, I would think the West Indies would want to certainly dominate this tournament and defend the championship from last year.
Yeah, you know, they won the title last year. They will want to win it again this year and head to Dubai as two-time champions.
Definitely. I think there's, as we will probably discuss later, there'll be some changes in the West Indies team this year.
Easily played away. This is sensible by Hamad Malik. And you can see Malik laboring a bit. He's probably feeling a little pain in the legs. He's a pain specialist, very prominent doctor in Atlanta. So if he can't get rid of the pain, you and I can't.
Certainly, but this is a big over for the U.S. It's already 13 and 5 balls.
Yeah, Ken Roy Wright is in a no-nonsense mood. He gets back, cuts this away, down to deep cover. It's a single. So it's the end of the over. At the end of the over, I want to thank Joe for being with us over the last 3 overs or so. And I want to welcome his good friend, Prem Singh.
Well, but definitely nice being here, and we'll continue later.
You are As I say, good afternoon to Prem. Prem, how are you?
I'm 65, will be 66 very soon.
Oh, well, you could have fooled me, Prem. I thought that you had to ask your parents' permission to come here today. You look so youthful.
Well, thank you so much.
81 for 1. Just to give you a background about Prem Singh, he was a star in the tournament last year. He was a star in the finals, taking the West Indies to victory. And he has been, I want to say, parading all over the world playing cricket, just recently down in Australia. And he's back to take part in this tournament. Has an injury to his left hand, which is his bowling hand. So, you know, he's with us in the commentary booth, just looking at the action. The USA on top at this point.
Yeah, they're doing very well. You know, first time I said thanks for having me here with you.
Down the leg side, that should be signaled wide by Salaji. And here he goes. That's a Salaji with a very, very fancy signal there for wide. What do you think as a bowler, Prem? What do you think that kind of has to do at this point in time to come back into this game?
They really have to bowl line and length and more into the block. You cannot bowl too much of a wide ball or short, because with Ken Wright and even Malik, I mean, they can do wonders out there.
Yeah, Ken Roy looks a very accomplished batsman, just leaning forward, transferring the weight nicely. Gets one. 83 for one. That required rate has now dropped to 5.1.
That's good going. That's good going.
Yeah, so tell us about that West Indies team. Are the guys ready for their clash, which comes up next?
Well, we were ready, on the plane.
And 2 games today.
Once we got there, there was a lot of injuries because of the reason we were supposed, the first 2 days was washed out.
Yeah.
And we had to play 3 games, one after the other, back to back game. And a lot of guys got injured due to that. But all in all, it was a very good tournament.
Yes, this worked away down behind a point for 2. Yes, you did well.
Yes, I did pretty much
18
well.
wickets, I'm told.
That's what I heard.
18 wickets in 3 games. Imagine that.
No, it was 7 games.
7 games?
Yeah.
Joe can only dream about that.
Well, we had a wonderful time, though.
Joe say he's a batsman, though. Ken. So with us here is Prem Singh in the commentary booth, just bringing us some information. Tell us about this West Indian team that you have here that is taking part. You have 2 games today.
Well, when I look at the team that we have today, there seems to be, more or less the better set of the players than we had last year. We have some newcomers, and we are looking forward to see the performance from them, because as it is right now, we cannot underestimate none of the teams that we have here right now.
You can't, because coming into this tournament, I was saying to Joe a moment ago that the Canadian team, they were touted as one of the favorites, but now the US team seems to be creating an upset.
That's what I heard when I first walked in here. But looking at the USA team right now, they seems to be pretty good.
Yeah, I remember the first game last year was USA against you guys, and I think you guys required 29 of 2 overs, and Colin Board from Trinidad and Tobago, the manager of the Trinbago Knight Riders, he was given the ball by Makarishi, and I think Nagamutu struck, Hindra Nagamutu struck 27 in the over.
Yes. That was devastating, man.
Well, that set the tone for the West Indies team, and they ended up going on to win the title.
Well, we are looking again this year for a beautiful game of cricket. I must say thanks again to Mr. Kurishi for, inviting all these teams out here and having us, enjoy the game that we call cricket.
I'm sure you're looking forward to next year's tournament in Dubai. That's a different kettle of fish
Well,
there, Ken. It's going to be hot. And some teams from Asia will be joining in.
Well, I'm looking forward for that.
Yes, I think the Pakistan team has already registered. So Pakistan will be sending a team from Pakistan. A full toss, swung away, down behind square. Did that go all the way? We wait on the umpire. It seems to be 6, but the umpire signaling 4. Well, they'll take it anyhow they get it at the moment. USA 91 for 1.
I think the second game might be starting sooner than we think.
Yeah, because this game may end pretty soon here. Remember, the target is just 117. At the moment, 91 for 1. And again, Ken Roy down the track. He's bowled.
He's gone.
Well, let's wait on the umpire. Yes. he dismissed. He's
I think he was
walking.
bold.
Yeah, he was bold all over the shop. That was my initial thought.
Yeah. Yeah, Ken came down the wicket there, you know. I
thought he was bold.
It seems as though he was bold.
Yeah, because the wicketkeeper gloves never came close to the stumps.
That's what I saw. Yeah. He probably got a phone call, though.
Well, Prem, to tell you the honest truth, since he went out there, he was in a hurry. He has been in a hurry since he went out. And now you have the Vintra Mirage, young 45-year-old on the team. So that all teams allow 2 45-year-olds. And the rest over 50. So he's coming in now. He plays cricket with the touring team in Trinidad. They recently went to Panama, where they played. And one of your West Indian players, Richard Amrika, was also on that team.
Yes. He did pretty much good on that tournament. He got like 350s.
Yep. Yeah. And so a number of Trinidadians involved, including Prem. And, of course, it's all about promoting cricket up here and making cricket the #1 sport.
It's coming along very fast.
And thanks to guys like you who have, really stuck with it up here. You are an ambassador for cricket up here, going around playing, and not only just playing, but playing well.
Well, I must say thanks to one of the gentlemen here, Mr. Ivor. He been around, with myself, and we went a long way playing cricket in South Florida.
Well, if you are friends with Ivor for all that year, all that length of time, I will give you a trophy a little later on today. As soon as I get time, I will buy a trophy for you.
Well, I'm looking forward for that. Thank you so much.
Great guy, Ivor Henry. But there's a gentleman sitting here in the com box who has done a really great service to cricket here in the United States, and that's Joe. And Joe has really done a wonderful job in New York.
Joe had came a long way, man. I did a lot. What I've heard and what I've seen, he did a fantastic job for the game of cricket.
He was inducted into the Hall of Fame. And the Vintra Mirage gets a single. He's going to go back for 2. And I'll tell you something. That was a very historic moment. In World Cup Legends cricket, he's the first player living currently in Trinidad to score a run. Fazil Jahur failed to score in his 2 innings last year. Colin Board batted once and got a duck.
Yes, that's true.
So Trinidad is off and running with 2 runs. Mirage plays quietly. So just sensible batting. The required rate just 4.7.
It came down a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, from 9.6 to 4.5. That's great batting.
Cutting off the back foot. Runs here for Mirage. So it's the end of the over. I want to thank Ken Singh for being with us. We look forward to seeing him play. And we're going to have a double change in the commentary position with Ivor Henry, your friend, and, of course, Kimberly. But a last thought from you before you leave.
Well, thank you so much. Let's enjoy the game of cricket. And I'm going to...
It's good to see you. Looking well, and I understand you carrying an injury to your bowling arm.
Yes, I had a carpal tunnel 4 months ago, and it's my bowling hand,
Okay.
But I made it out somehow or the other. I made it out pretty much good in Australia, and here I am today. Let's see what happened then.
So it actually happened in Australia while you were playing?
No. The surgery was done in South Florida here.
After
before I went to
Oh, before?
Australia. Yes,
So you played and got 18 wickets after the surgery.
that's right.
So we expect to see you in this tournament then.
Well, I'm going to take I'm going to take a rest for this game. I already spoke to the captain and the manager. If needed on the field, then I'm here.
Okay, but you're going to actually take part in the tournament.
Yes, I will.
Because last year you were the only hat trick.
Well, I tell you what, I had the soldiers on the field with me, and they all made it happen.
There you go. Well, we're going to wish you all the best in this tournament, as usual. 18 wickets in the tournament down yonder. You were beaten by a New Zealander who got 19 wickets.
Yeah.
So you just missed out by a whisker. But I don't think you have any room in your trophy case. So you don't have to listen to Vino to get trophy.
Well, thank you, Ms. Iva, and all the best.
Yes, all the best. We'll see you in the tournament with you bowling your left arm missiles.
Thank you again, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Well, folks, you would not have missed any cricket. On the screen, you would have seen this is a big one. He's going way beyond the wide long on for a legend maximum. So we want to welcome Kimberly. She comes in just in time to bring up the 100 here for Team USA. Chasing just 117 for victory. They're now presently at 103 for 2.
So, Mr. Singh, he reminds me of Malcolm Marshall when he takes the field with a broken hand in that game with West Indies some years ago. So he picked up, 18 wickets down in Australia with an injured arm.
Yes, and this time he's going aerial. There's a man settling down there. He's settling on it, takes the catch. So wicket number 3 goes down, but just moments away from bringing this proceeding to an end.
They need another 14 runs. The score reads 103 for 3 in over number 11. So a lot of people around the world, they're watching the cricket on maqtv.com for sure. You have Sharon in Jamaica, in Kuku Mandeville, where I'm from, and the McKinley family over there in Canada. They're rooting for Canada right now, for Canada to win $10,000 US, which the final comes up on Sunday. But Team USA, they are defending. They're trying to get to this total at the end of their 15 overs, because it's a 15 overs affair, and now they only need 14 runs to get to this victory.
Yes, indeed. Well, Team USA, they're making light work of this 117 required for victory. So Malik would have batted beautifully there, and he scored some 41
runs, but he's back in the dressing room, and Team Canada, they are loving that wicket for sure, because he was going hard to get the total. So cricket is a game of glorious uncertainties, and now picking up another wicket or 2 can help Canada to put a little more pressure on Team USA.
Well, that's the end of that over. And Majid Mahmood, and I think he's one of the better and finer batsmen to have graced South Florida. He lives in Canada now. He would have migrated there some years ago, but he played for Pakistan team here. A wonderful batsman to look at, easy in the eyes. So we'll see if he still got it. It's not a lot of ones to get, but you can tell a good batsman from the first delivery he takes, and he's running pretty good in the wicket there. This one is going to go across the boundary rope for 4.
Well, he couldn't put hands or foot to that one. Crashes into the fence for 4 for sure. And the score moves on to 107 for 3 in over number 12. They're going at 9.6 runs and over. And the required run rate is just 2.6. So they're way ahead here. It seems as if Team USA is going to put the stamp on the paper for the win.
So you're saying they're not a nose out or a neck out? They're way out.
They're way out. The fat lady, way out front. The fat lady, maybe she's somewhere in the stadium about to sing.
Oh, and that is your final answer?
Yes.
So are you telling me that you're going to call this game for Team USA?
Well, it's evident.
But you just told me cricket is a game of glorious uncertainty.
Yes, it is.
So you're certain that the Team USA is going to win this one?
Yes, I'm certain.
And
why?
That's your final answer?
Final answer.
Okay, I have to take it. That's Kimberly. Kimberly saying that's a final answer.
A final answer for sure.
I
7 wickets to go. They need another 7 runs Swings and swings hard. Fielder comes up just for a run.
Yeah, there's someone stationed on the deep backward boundary, and he prevented the ball from going into the boundary. But we're going to see Majid Mahmood. He's in strike now. Like I say, used to be a pretty good batsman. We'll see if he still got it. I saw him in the nets this morning, and he looks pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
He's on the back foot, trying to get into the offside. The one was straight on stumps, and he was trying to make some room to get it past the point, but can't score, so a dot goes into the scorer's book.
So I have called it, Ivor. What do you say? Have you called it as well?
You told me this morning I have to watch and wait.
But while watching and waiting, you can call it.
I can call it?
Based on what's happening on the field.
Well, I'm afraid I've had one wrong this morning. I predicted that Team Canada would make 145. They made 116.
Right.
Now you want to put me on the front street. This time he's playing this one in the air. He's going to come in down towards us. Would the fielder get across just in time? No.
Crashes into the boundary for 4.
Yes, so 113 for 3. So here it is now. I would have had my one wrong for this game. And you're saying they're trying to get to 117 for victory.
Which they need another 4 runs.
And you expect me to say that Team USA will win this?
Just so wants to be right and squits out the wrong one this morning. Just say Team USA, they have gotten this one.
And what if I got it wrong? Then I get 2 wrongs. You don't think I'll get it wrong if I call it for Team USA?
Right.
Let me see them make another one.
So the next game comes up between India. So at the end of over number 12, the score reads 113 for 3. So the next game comes up. It is between defending champion Team West Indies, and they go up against India for sure. So we are waiting that. So I want to say greetings to my viewers right across the world for sure. Sharon and in her hairdressing shop, Glow, beauty classic with the ladies there watching the game. For sure, those who are at the Social Development Commission office in Kingston as well, Natasha and Penny and the rest of them, they're watching the game on MAQ TV. That is on YouTube. And if you're at home, you can turn your channel to maqtv.com for sure.
Yes, indeed. Well, the required run rate is just 1.3. Not the usual thing in a 2020 match, but for some reason, it is what it is. 113 for 3. Kimberly says that the Team USA is going to win. I'm asking for at least one more delivery to make my prediction. I'm not as good as hers.
That one delivery could be a boundary, and that could be the game, because all that's required is a boundary now.
Yes, okay. And all the fielders are in. So, well, I should say, let me wait for one more one. Because I still can't call it, because there was a one delivery. So, can I just wait for one more one?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
So it's 113 for 3. Would they get to 117? Well, here's a one more one.
An extra run.
It's a wide. So now you're putting me on the spot now.
So you can call it now.
Okay, I'll make a quick prayer. Who would win this? 114 for 3. They're trying to get to 117. Would Team Canada hold nerves and try to prevent them from getting to 117? Would Team USA get over the 116 made by Team Canada? They're presently 115. Now it's time for me to make a prediction. Who will win this game?
You asking me? Or
No, I'm asking myself. I'm speaking to myself. I'm not too sure. This time, with 2 to get, would Team USA win this game?
Yes, they will definitely win it. I'll be brave enough to call it for you and I. 2 runs required now. 115 skies that one. The fielder comes up. Will it be taken? Dropped. And it's over the rope as well for a huge 6. And that's the end of the game. We say congrats to Team USA. They have won this game by 7 wickets.
Yes, indeed. Well, at least I didn't get a chance to say who would win the game. So at least you can't fault me and say that I got it wrong. Well, in the inning, we had Malik. He top scored in the inning for 41 from 25. And we have his opening partner,
Amir.
Kiani Amir, he got 30 from 22. Go ahead.
And Kenroy Wright as well picked up 26 runs from 13 delivers. Is that Devendra picked up 20 runs as well from 11 delivers. Mahmood 2 from 5. So the team USA, they have played a wonderful role here. The opening pairs, they put on a 71 runs partnership. Yes, to get to a total of 121 runs. Yes, that's the end of the game. So the second game comes up between Team West Indies and India. So they're taking the field. They are shaking hands now. Good game from Team USA. They managed to pull back things after Team Canada. They lost their first wicket for 80 runs and managed to restrict them to 116 runs. Well played by Team USA. The home team, they have won the first game here today.
So we get the bowling.
Bowling stats. Go ahead, Ivor.
Okay, well, in the wicket column, we had Woody Gibson. He got 1 for 13. And we have Kwasi, he got 1 for 23. And we have Eswaldin Gam, he got 1 for 17. But the pick of the innings in the bowling department was Nazir Javid. That is Charlie. He got 3 for 14 with an economy rate of 4.6. So the player of this match, I think they're going to come up with someone. But we saw some good wicket keeping in the inning from Team USA. But nonetheless, the game number 1 has been done and dusted. Team USA is in the winning column. Canada playing in the first tournament here. This is the second edition. They went down. They started well. They scored some 80 for the first wicket, but they fell along the way when we had Nazir Javid and Tariq, when they really pulled things back, when they picked up those 5 wickets quick, fast, and in a hurry. So they were going at 80 for 1, and they would have lost some 5 wickets, and that came to the hands of mostly Charlie and Tariq. Tariq picked up some 2 wickets. Well, folks, game number 2 comes up shortly. We have the creator you can see on screen. That's Milton Taylor. And I have to give them a very, very good 2 thumbs up because it rained pretty much yesterday, last night, and this morning. Had a little late start, all because they had to do the preparation. The super soppers were out in all this glory, sopping all of the water from, first of all, from the covering and then on the outfield. And I think they did a really, really, really good job.
Indeed, the wicket is in immaculate condition for sure. No cracks. When we looked at it this morning, no cracks, looking like it seems as if they polish and shine it, like we say in Jamaica for sure. And to mention the viewers on maqtv.com right across the world, especially to my family in Jamaica. Yes, they're watching as well. And in Canada, my friends and families in Canada, they are not pleased because Canada, they have lost the game by 7 wickets. And congrats to Team USA as well. So if you can see on the outside that Team India, they're warming up to take the field next. Yeah, so if you're joining us, welcome.
Okay, so we'll be back for game number 2 shortly. Team India comes up against the defending champions, Team West Indies.
All right.